right, hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about some supplements from Ortho Molecular Products. So Ortho Molecular Products has been around for a while. They're a United States-based company. They make many different supplements. They have a huge line of products, and they market mainly to pharmacies and doctor's offices. So you can't buy direct from them. They are a good quality supplement. I've taken them myself in the past, and I have several patients that take them currently and get great benefit from them. So Ortho Molecular Products, you can look that up online, and you can look through their whole catalog online. They make lots of good products. Their probiotics are one of the best probiotic products that I have seen, and I've treated a lot of patients with severe GI problems. But anyway, getting back to today's talk, I'm going to go over 3 supplements that are to help support the adrenal gland and people who are just chronically stressed. So if you're under stress, and I mean, who isn't these days? So everybody in the world is just chronically stressed. Well, that affects our cortisol. So at first, the cortisol level goes up, but then it stays up, and that's not good. So high levels of cortisol for a short period of time, you know, you're getting attacked by a tiger or you get startled, then increase in cortisol can help you deal with that. But if that stays up, that stress does not go away, you're constantly stressed, then the brain makes several changes to help protect itself from that high level of cortisol. And there are a lot of supplements that can help you deal with that elevated cortisol level, that chronically elevated cortisol level, where the brain doesn't adjust the stimulation of the adrenal gland down to prevent it making any cortisol and DHEA and other hormones. But cortisol is the main factor. And so these compounds that we've been using and that they've discovered help regulate cortisol or help us manage our cortisol levels a little more efficiently are as a group called stress adaptogens. There's several of them. I'm not going to go through all of those compounds today, but the supplements I'm going to talk about today have some of those components to them, and I think they're very good. So first on the list is NuAdapt. So we're going to talk about 3. NuAdapt is the first product from Ortho Molecular Products. It is a very good supplement. You just take it once a day. It is for people who are chronically stressed, but also anxious or nervous or wired, as I call it. So if you're stressed and wired or stressed and anxious, then this would be for you. And that's the person who is, you know, has got some chronic stress, chronic fatigue, but they're also very jittery on pins and needles. You know, someone startles them or touches them on the back and they don't expect it. They get startled real easily. That person might be able to benefit from NuAdapt. Of course, a little disclaimer, before you start any supplements or anything like that, please discuss that with your individual healthcare provider. This is just for informational purposes only. But moving on, the NuAdapt is for a person who is stressed and very anxious or nervous all the time. Just feel like their skin's crawling. That person might get some benefit from this supplement. It has several components that I'll list here. Now I'm going to go through each one of these things and what they do in a little bit more detail after I talk about the group of products. NuAdapt, the first ingredient is ashwagandha. If you've been around very long, you've probably heard of ashwagandha. If you've looked into stress adaptogens, the group of compounds that help us manage stress, they're very popular right now, and probably none is more popular than ashwagandha. So NuAdapt contains ashwagandha, 250 milligrams. The next ingredient is bacopa, and then the next is eleuthero. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm from Tennessee, so I'm probably not, but eleuthero, E-L-E-U-T-H-E-R-O, and it's got 200 milligrams of that, 300 milligrams of bacopa. It also contains L-theanine, another great supplement. A lot of people take that. And then it's got rhodiola, 200 milligrams of rhodiola. And then the last ingredient is phosphatidylserine, and that can really help calm you down, helps a lot with anxiety. Again, I'll go into a little more detail on that in a minute, but the phosphatidylserine is one of the key ingredients of the NuAdapt. And the other 2 supplements I'm going to mention in just a minute, they do not have the phosphatidylserine in them. All right, so the second supplement is TruAdapt. So the first we talked about was NuAdapt, and then this one is TruAdapt. So TruAdapt with a T. This is for the person who is stressed, chronically stressed, a little fatigue, but then also tired. And I mean more than just fatigued. They're just tired all the time. very little get up and go, little drive, not necessarily depressed, but just not a lot of interest in getting things done. They know they have things to do, but they really just can't get motivated. This supplement could possibly help. So this one also has ashwagandha, 250 milligrams in it. It does not have the bacopa, but it does have eleuthero. And then it's also got holy basil, which is a good stress adaptogen. If you haven't heard of that one, it's good. Holy basil, 300 milligrams of that. And then the next ingredient is licorice. And then after that, we have rhodiola. There is no L-theanine. There is no phosphatidylserine in the TruAdapt, but then it adds shashandra extract. And again, I may be mispronouncing that, but it's SHISHANDRA. And that's got 150 milligrams of that in it. A good supplement there. And then the last supplement is called TruAdapt Plus. So this has all the same ingredients as the TruAdapt I just talked about, but it adds an adrenal concentrate. So this has a bovine, or from cows, a cow adrenal concentrate in it, which is basically DHEA. So if you need a little DHEA boost, then this would be a good option for you. So people who need a little DHEA on top of the other components of the TruAdapt would be people who just really have trouble getting out of bed in the morning, have to drink a ton of coffee, still don't really get any energy from it. That might be able to supplement them. And DHEA, of course, is made in the adrenal gland, but is also the precursor for several of the hormones in the body, including testosterone, estrogen, things like that. So DHEA is very early in the pathway of hormone production, right there with pregnenolone. So you get cholesterol, and then pregnenolone, and then right after that DHEA, and then a whole slew of other hormones, progesterone, testosterone, estrogen, DHT. Anyway, I won't go through that list just in the interest of time, but that can be an important support for the adrenal gland, because in high cortisol levels, after time, your brain tries to protect itself from that cortisol because it can damage the hippocampus. And what the brain does is decrease stimulation of the adrenal gland to produce those hormones. And that sometimes has been referred to as adrenal fatigue. We try not to use that term anymore because it's not really accurate. The adrenal gland does what the brain tells it to do, but if the brain is stressed and trying to decrease cortisol production because it's sensing all this cortisol that can be damaging to the brain, then the brain is going to decrease stimulation to the adrenal gland, and it's just not going to be real active. And the DHEA can kind of help boost that activity just a little bit. To some extent. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's kind of the gist, if you will. So again, do your own homework, look these things up if you're interested. We sell these supplements at the office. If you need some, just give us a call, or if you want to discuss it with one of our providers, come on in and let us know. But I'll go through the ingredients here real quick, just some quick things on each one of them. So ashwagandha, again, is just a stress adaptogen. It's been around for quite a while. It helps support stress and can help us feel a little better. And then it also actually, some studies have shown that it supports the immune system and immune function. It can help restore a more positive sleep cycle, can help support the thyroid and also the nervous system. So again, all these changes that take place from chronic stress, ashwagandha can kind of help balance that back out a little bit. The next ingredient that I'll mention here is holy basil. So holy basil is also an adaptogenic herb. This enhances the body's stress and immune response and has been shown to be of benefit in several studies. Rhodiola has been characterized also as an adaptogenic botanical due to its ability to increase resistance to a variety of stressors. So rhodiola has been studied extensively and is widely used in Eastern Europe and Asia to help support the nervous system, help with mood, improve mental clarity, and work performance, as well as improve the sleep cycle. So rhodiola has a ton of benefits that might help you. Now, obviously, everyone is different. Sometimes these things will help and make a big difference, and other times they won't. Stress is a very complex problem, and how we deal with stress is a very complex issue. So the eleuthero is a strong adaptogenic botanical, and it is widely used in China. and it's mainly used to help support general overall health and memory, as well as possibly physical endurance. This also can help support the immune system, and some studies have shown that actually can help lower heart rate during times of stress. So the next ingredient that I'll talk about is Schisandra, and this is a berry, so the Schisandra berry extract. This is an adaptogenic botanical that's also been used for centuries in China, but also in Russia. It is touted to help support mental clarity, improve stress response, and also emotional wellness. So another ingredient that I mentioned is licorice. So the TruAdapt and TruAdapt Plus contain licorice root extract. So licorice has been shown to block an enzyme responsible for the conversion of cortisol to inactive cortisone. So when you take this in small doses, it can be used to maintain normal cortisol levels. This would help support the adrenal gland in that way. So back to some components of the NuAdapt that the TruAdapt products did not have. One was L-theanine. So this is an amino acid. It has been shown to improve stress perception as well as resilience to stress. The stress buffering mechanisms of L-theanine have been connected to its ability to increase serotonin and dopamine production in the brain. And it's been shown to significantly increase alpha brainwave activity, which is critical for increasing attention and promoting a sense of relaxation. So phosphatidylserine is the next ingredient in the NuAdapt that is also not present in the TruAdapt products. So this is a phospholipid that is found in high concentrations in the brain, and some studies that administered phosphatidylserine to subjects under stress showed that it reduced the stress-induced secretion of cortisol. It also has been shown to improve cortisol response in relation to exercise and athletic training, with some evidence that it may improve athletic performance slightly. And I think the last ingredient that I have not mentioned, it's in the NuAdapt, but it's not in the TruAdapt, is Bacopa. And this is an herb that provides nervous system support for people under stress. This has been shown to have some strong effects on the regulation of mood at the serotonin receptor level, and it also is an antioxidant. Well, thanks for tuning in. I hope you got something out of this video. Again, if you have any questions or would like to discuss this with one of our providers at the office, just give us a call or schedule an appointment and come in and see us. We'll be glad to see you, glad to talk to you about this. We offer these supplements for sale at the office. No appointment is needed to get these since they are over the counter. But again, I would recommend you discuss it with your provider before you start taking any supplement, including these. Thanks again, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.